of ups, mostly downs, but we're here to wrap up the Saints season. But at least we did not allow a touchdown with one. At least we did not throw an interception and allow a touchdown when the game was already over. Because Waddhead.
Because the Falcons kind of suck a little bit.
Yeah. So we're gonna wrap up the Saints season here. You know, like the Saints, there was definitely more that they could have done. Let's see. Chief Sucks says hi. Hey, Chief Sucks. Um. So the Saints season, we go 9-8. We went second in the NFC South. We tied for first, but the Buccaneers had a tiebreaker over us, so we technically finished second.
You know
Yeah.
why I like that name? Because
Wow.
I am tired of seeing Taylor Swift on my TV screen.
Yeah.
Every time she come up, I change the channel.
Yeah.
That's why I
don't
want
know
the
what
Chiefs to
happened.
lose their first game. I'm tired of
Yeah.
seeing that girl on my TV. Okay, go.
Yeah, he actually changed his name when there was this one Chiefs fan who kept harassing everybody. Is Kyle coming? No, Kyle's not gonna be on this stream. He's gonna be on at the end of February. So he's not gonna be on this stream, but like around the end of February, he might come on. So just wanted to. So yeah, Chief Suck. There's not gonna be a Kyle and me show. There's gonna be me and Dad. But don't worry, I'll get a show with him. Damn it. But okay. But yeah, he's gonna come on the show. Don't worry, I'm gonna make sure he comes on the show. But let's get back to this team. Like the Saints, Derek Carr, he had a good run like at the end of the year. Got 3,800 yards, 25 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. It wasn't the perfect season, Alvin Kamara, I know he got suspended and hurt and all, but he did not have a good year. Chris Olave, he had his ups and downs. He was one of the bright spots. Rashid Shaheed was a bright spot. Michael Thomas, I don't even know if he's alive anymore. The defense took a massive step back from where it was prior. This team just didn't have it in them. Obviously, we both did a Spotify thing where you had the Saints going 11-6, and my record prediction was 9-8. I hit it 100% accuracy.
Good job, man.
And you know why I said 9-8?
Why you
Because
said
this
that?
is why. This is why, right? The Saints, they have all the potential in the world. They have all the potential in the world. But when the pieces aren't coming together, what do you think's going to happen?
Nothing good.
All right. You can say all you want of how this team has talent, but it's old town. It is old town. And like Mario, he's still playing like he's a teenager in college, but it sucks. But the Saints have to move on to the future, you know. But this is my problem though. I hate it when the Saints have to rely on other teams, right? You control your own destiny. That is the focal point. You don't want to get into the situation where you have to pray for somebody to lose for you to get in. You want a win and in scenario where you just win the game and you're 100% a lock. And you want to make sure that you can get in before week 18. You want to get in around like week 15 to 16, maybe even week 13 if you're lucky, because then you don't have to worry about falling out. So like next year, the Saints cannot rely on somebody to lose, especially if we have to rely on the Bears and the Cardinals and the Panthers. Man, I'm about to get to the Panthers in a second. 9-0. 9-0. 2 touchdowns.
Couldn't
That
score no
the,
points.
the first touchdown you fumbled. Second touchdown was a penalty. Then you fumbled. But as much as I want to sit
Man,
here and freaking blame the Panthers, at the end of the day, the Panthers weren't the ones who made us keep losing. In fact, we swept them. So you're a 2-win team. You play like a 2-win team. So yeah, I never thought that the Panthers would actually win that game. You know, like last week we made our predictions. For my predictions, had the Saints being the 7th seed. You had them being the 4th seed. But that's how we wrap up the season. How do you feel about this past season?
I'm glad it's over, Mikey. I'm glad it's over. We need to clean house. You hear me? I mean, we're gonna get into later on about the off season, what's gonna be going on and stuff. But yeah, we so done with this season. So done with this coaching staff. This coaching staff's a joke. Um, some of these players are a joke. The defense is a joke. But anyway, what else you got, Mike?
So now we're going to talk about the last touchdown of the Saints season and of the game.
Yeah.
So Logan Woodside comes in, and if you don't know who Logan Woodside is, I will not blame you. He is the Falcons' third string quarterback who came in because Ritter sucks and Taylor Heineke was injured. So he came into the game. He threw an interception to Tyrann Mathieu. And I feel like Tyrann Mathieu purposely did not score because if you see when he was running with the ball, he kept looking back and stuff. So I think he was purposely making sure, trying to see if somebody was behind him. But it's first and goal at the 1 yard line, right? Jameis Winston comes into the game. Jamal Williams is in. And the Saints line up in victory formation. And they snap the ball and they hand it off to Jamal Williams for the touchdown. And then Arthur Smith, a.k.a. the Watermelon Cheeseburger, cusses him out. He cusses him out, or he cusses out Dennis Allen, and Dennis Allen said, I understand, because Dennis Allen's not really a man. So here's the problem I have with Atlanta, right? The rule of football, and I hate when people say unwritten rule. Like, if it's not in the rule book, therefore it's allowed. What do you mean unwritten rule? Like there's only written rules. Like, there's no rule that says, hey, I mean, the touchdown counted, right? Okay, then.
That
Like,
it
there's
did.
still there. The rule is if there is not triple zeros on the clock in the fourth quarter, you are allowed to score points. So, people, and plus, the rule of football is to score more points than your opponent.
That's right.
And the game was tied at halftime. But then the Falcons kept making costly mistakes, throwing an interception to start the second half, getting mossed by our receivers, Desmond Ritter and the center having a bad snap, and then Ritter fumbling the football. The rule of the NFL, score more points than the opponent that you're against. And also another thing, it comes with the rivalry. The Falcon players, number 85, kept headbutting our players. Falcons kept kicking our players to the ground. So what did you think was going to happen? Because you actually scored a field goal last time we played, but we weren't talking about that. And now people are saying, karma's going to get you. Man, the only karma that's going to get me is that we actually have a Super Bowl. So be quiet. 28-3 on out of you. Dad, what do you have to say about that last touchdown and then people acting pathetic?
I don't even care about that last touchdown. I don't care that Jameis Winston was in victory formation. I don't care that the Falcons didn't stop him. I don't care that they wasn't ready. All I care about is, let me ask you a question first. Did you ever in your life ever hear about another Saints coach, Saints player, or Saints fan apologizing to anything? That's a Falcon.
No,
No, it doesn't happen, does it? Never.
no.
Not in
Should
1974, not in 1984, not in 1994, not 2014, not in 2024. Dennis Allen apologizes to the Atlanta Falcons. I feel like getting my tissues out. Where's my tissues? Yeah, but that was some little gay stuff to do. But here we are. He did it. He's not a man. He's Denise Allen. He's not Dennis Allen no more. He's Denise Allen. All right, Mike, back to you.
All right, but all right. Now let's get away from the Falcons game for a bit. Let's
Please.
actually talk about because yesterday the opponents for next season came out for every single team. I want to go over the Saints real quick. So I'm gonna name them home and away. The Saints 2024 opponents. The home games we will host the Atlanta Falcons, Carolina Panthers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Cleveland Browns, Denver Broncos. Sean Payne's coming back. Las Vegas Raiders. I wish that game was in Vegas, but Los Angeles Rams, Philadelphia Eagles, okay, and the Washington Commanders. Now the road games. Saints will go to Atlanta, Carolina, Tampa Bay like we do every single year. We already know that. We're going to Dallas, take on the Cowgirls. Going over to the Bay, the Green Bay, Wisconsin, play the Packers. We're going to the Kansas City to play the Kansas City Chiefs. Going into Los Angeles to play the Chargers. And then we will head over to New Jersey to take on the New York Giants. Dad, how do you feel about this? I won't really say schedule. How do you feel about the teams that are facing? Obviously, we don't know who's going to be playing these games because, still free agency, trade, draft, injuries, preseason, everything got to come together. How do you feel about this next season, I guess you can say?
Well, initially, it it doesn't seem that bad. I mean, I was kind of concerned when we saw this season schedule was so easy. Like the next season can't be that easy. Well, it's not that easy, but it's a little bit harder, but not you know like you playing Mahomes, Burrow, Josh Allen, all the elite quarterbacks. So that's good. But like you said, we'll see what free agency and the draft has to do. See how these teams shape up and see what the Saints look like. That's what I want to see.
Yeah. But yeah, we obviously know what's going to happen. Like, we already know we play the division. Like, that was no surprise. But, the Browns, we got to see what's up with Deshaun Watson. Broncos, we got to see who's going to be their next quarterback. Raiders, we got to see if they're going to keep Antonio Pierce or is Aiden O'Connell or will they go back to Jimmy G, who is the guy in Vegas.
And they might have Jim
Rams,
Harbaugh coaching them too.
yep. Rams, we got to see if Stafford is still there. Is Donald going to be there? Is Cooper Kupp going to be there? Eagles, we got to see if they fire Nick Sirianni, and if they don't, then how will their roster shape up? Commanders, I mean, we got to see who their next coach will be, and will Sam Howell be the guy? And then Cowgirls, we got to see if they're going to have their pants or their underwear on. Um, Packers, we got to see will Jordan Love take a step up. Chiefs, we got to see if the receiver can catch anything. Chargers, we got to see if who's going to be their new coach, and then Giants, we got to see a victory. So, the Saints season. I mean, the only concern I have is the roster and the coach. Like, this is a winnable. Like, if you give Sean Payton the schedule with this team, we're gonna go like 12-5, 13-4. But we got to see how things shape out. But you gotta see. Now, I want to get on. Now I want to get on the coaches as we just mentioned.
All right.
So Obviously, we know yesterday was Black Monday, and the Saints fans moping Dennis Allen was not let go. But I want to name some names that did let go. Plus, we had another coach get fired today. So, right, like we had 3 in season, 2 yesterday and 1 today. Raiders obviously fired Josh McDaniels. Panthers fired Frank Reich. Chargers fired Brandon Staley. Falcons fired Arthur Smith. Commanders fired Ron Rivera. And the Titans let go of Mike Vrabel. Now, Dennis Allen was not on that list. And if Mickey Loomis somehow sees this, why? And I don't want to hear that over 500 thing. I want to hear that because we had technically, from an NFL standpoint, second easiest schedule behind the Falcons, but we still had one of the easiest schedules in NFL history. We didn't play no elite teams. The best team we played was the NFC's 3-seeded Lions, and we were down 21-0 in the first 7 minutes of that game. So why is Dennis Allen not on this list? Why? Because I'm gonna tell you why. It's about culture. This team does not care about winning. They proved that time and time again. They proved that because this team has not drafted a quarterback in 56 years. Okay? A lot of talent, a lot of talent from Jadeveon Clowneys to the Odell Beckhams to the Deshaun Watsons to the Lamar Jackson. They don't come here. You know why they don't come here? Because of this culture. I love this team. I'll never not love this team. But this team is a disgrace to people who want to come play here. So Dennis Allen not being fired, especially after the Sunday debacle, where, hey man, that was some BS. I understand, sir. Man, if I was Dennis Allen, I'd be like, hey, what you gonna do about it? Huh? What you gonna do about it? Huh? What you gonna do about it? But no, he's like, I understand, sir. Like, are you his servant, slave, maid? Like, what? Where are you supposed to be?
He's weak, Mikey. He a
Like,
little
he's
man.
like, that's not what the Saints are about. You know what the Saints are also not about? Playoffs. Because this is the third straight year we're not going to no playoffs. Because you played Derek Carr weeks after a concussion. Because you didn't make any necessary moves. Because you let Peyton Turner sit until week 18 on that IR list when he could have returned weeks before. Because you never wanted to bench the players that needed to be benched. Because you never wanted to give roles to the players who needed a bigger role. So don't come at us saying how that's not who we are about. You know, we're also not about going to no playoffs. The last time we went to the playoffs was in 2020, and that season still ended in a fire.
You know what else we ain't about? We ain't about throwing it to Jimmy Graham as much as we can. We ain't
Yep.
about running Taysom Hill more than 1 or 2 times a game. I mean, this team has no direction, Mikey.
Yeah. Let's get on a couple more things now. Then we're going to make our playoff picks and stuff. But now I have a question for you. Who was the Saints' most disappointing player of the season? I'll let you go first.
That's easy. Cameron Jordan. I mean, did he even get 20 tackles this season? Probably not. Did he get
Let's.
more than 2 sacks this year? I don't think he got 2 sacks. He was
Um.
really disappointing with the amount of money he's getting paid, and he's supposed to be our impact player on the defensive end. That's my vote for most disappointing player.
All
Who you
right.
got?
Let's see. Cameron Jordan got 43 tackles, and he got himself. Where's sacks at? Here we are. He also got 2 sacks.
43 tackle. Are you sure?
I mean,
Is that
total
like
tackles.
assisted? Yeah, and that's like assisted tackles and all that.
Well, let's see. Sorry, I was playing Madden. Well, I guess we're both gonna be unhappy because Madden's bad too. He has 20 solo tackles
Yeah.
and then like assists. All right, but my answer, I could have went with Cam Jordan, but I already knew you were gonna go Cam Jordan. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Derek Carr, and you might look. His numbers may look good, but if it wasn't for that 4 touchdown game on Sunday, because look, listen to me right here, okay? Derek Carr, 4 years, 150 mil. Let's see. Chief Suck said, "Bro, did you see the news? Russell Wilson might be traded to the Steelers." If you don't know, Chief Sucks is a Steelers fan. I heard about that. Russell Wilson going to Pittsburgh. I mean, I don't know why they would do that. Like, I don't believe in. I'm sorry, Chief Sucks. I don't think Kenny Pickett's the guy, but Russell Wilson.
It's
I
definitely
mean,
not the guy.
yeah, I don't. Russell Wilson. I mean, he's not the worst option to go after this summer, but to be like a future alternate quarterback, no. Me too. Yeah. Like, I don't think he's a future alternate quarterback. Like, maybe if this was 2015, hell yeah, go for it. But this is 2024. Like, we've seen, and plus, like, with Mike Tomlin, he might be even more strict than Sean Payton sometimes. So I don't think they're going to go after Russell Wilson. I mean, they might, but should I rather hinge my future on Mason Rudolph because he's shown promise. I mean, there's a reason Russell Wilson got benched. And yes, people said that about Derek Carr last year, so I'm gonna say about Russell Wilson this year. But yeah, I'm going with Derek Carr because like that last game really padded his stats to the next level. But like around mid-season, he was on pace for 17 touchdowns and like 9 interceptions. Like, and it was Mr. Checkdown City in New Orleans. But let's go over a topic I discovered. If for some reason, for a good reason, if the Saints actually get a brain and they fire Dennis Allen, there's a name. Should the Saints be interested in hiring former Raiders coach John Gruden?
I like John Gruden. I like him as our offensive coordinator. I don't necessarily like him as a head coach.
Yeah.
That's my answer.
Yeah, Gruden, me too, because like Gruden, like we saw what he did in Oakland. Like he never really built something over there. You know, I know he was in our training camp. Hey Jerry, how you doing?
What's up,
I
Jerry?
know he was in our I know he was in our training camp last year, but I don't know. I don't know what
He
to say
was a
about Gruden.
consultant. They had him in
Yeah,
for a consultant position. But
yeah. Like I don't mind it, but as a head coach, I won't say so.
you know who
But
I you know who I like as a head coach? I like
hmm,
Mike Vrabel.
yeah, that's what I was about to say too. Mike Vrabel would be an excellent coach for this team. Cause like
He's a
that,
no nonsense guy. I think he's got a good direction with him.
yeah,
I would like that pick, but I don't think we're gonna get it, Mikey.
yeah. But now I want to go over a couple more things before we go over to the playoffs. If the Saints, if this like who, if you are the GM, who would be the one player that you cut slash trade, and who will be the one player you give an extension to?
Bye, Michael Thomas. Bye. Extension. I don't know the details of Raheem Shahid's contract, but lock that boy up.
Yeah,
Olave, I was hard on Olave earlier in the year, but he came around. It's like fine wine. He come around a little bit, you know.
yeah.
Um, That's my picks right now. Who you got?
Yeah. You know, people might call me crazy. I would definitely probably release, as much as I hate to do it, by Cam. I'm sorry, by Cam. But people might call me crazy for this one. Who would I give an extension to? Obviously, I would also give one to Shaheed, but if I could pick, I would do Jimmy Graham. I know we don't use him, but if he decides to not retire in 6th round, I would consider giving him an extension. Because he gets a full off season. Because we came in as soon as training camp hit last year. That's when we brought him in. I would give him a full off season to get his body back in shape. And if he wants to keep playing, I'll give him a 1-year extension as well. So, but that's my take on it. Now we're gonna get into some of these playoff picks. Playoffs? You mean the thing that the Saints are not going to? Yes, I mean, fire DA. You're preaching to the choir. Now we're gonna get on into playoff picks because because that's the only way that the Saints fans are gonna be able to keep up. So let's see. So we're gonna go over the entire playoffs, and I'm gonna have my own bracket. He's gonna have his own. He's gonna have his own bracket. So
Do it.
Dad, let's start. Hold on. All right, let's start. AFC wildcard round. Cleveland Browns at the Houston Texans. Who do you got?
Ooh, this is gonna be a good one. This is a close one. Let's see. The Houston Texans won their division, won the AFC South, and the Cleveland Browns going in there with Joe Flacco, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the pressure's gonna be a little too much for the rookie. Give me Cleveland to go in Houston and knock off the Texans.
All right. I have the opposite.
Jerry says Texans.
Texans. Yeah, I'm going Texans as well. I'm going the Texans to beat the Browns. Basically because, like, CJ Stroud, I trust him more than I trust Joe Flacco, if you understand. Like, Joe Flacco is an incredible story, but to win a playoff game, I know he has a Super Bowl ring, but
I was about to say you trust the rookie over a guy that won a Super Bowl.
he's been on fire. And plus, that Super Bowl ring ages like milk at this point. Like, there's a reason that Joe Flacco was on the couch to begin the season. I'm just saying.
All
Let's
right,
move
we'll see.
on. All right.
What's
Now we
next?
got the Miami Dolphins at the Kansas City Chiefs. Who do you have winning this game?
Easy. Miami Dolphins, and I told you why. I'm tired of seeing Taylor Swift on my TV screen. So please, Miami, please, pretty please, come on. Don't make me beg you. Knock off the Kansas City Chiefs so I don't have to watch this girl on my screen anymore.
Yeah, I'm going Dolphins as well. I don't really trust the pick, but this is basically like one of the biased ones. Because like the Dolphins, they've been like one playoff team the entire year, or one team over 500, or whatever it was. So let's see. Jerry says Chiefs. I hope you are wrong, but I'm going Dolphins to beat the Chiefs. I just do not trust. And this is, I know they say you can't count out Pat Mahomes. This is the one year where you can't count out Pat Mahomes. His receivers cannot catch the ball. Like, look, this is the ball in his receiver's hands. They just let it go
You
when
can't
they're
throw
supposed
it
to
and
catch
catch
the
it.
ball, but they keep on dropping the ball, dropping balls, so it ends up being intercepted and whatnot. And the Dolphins, they lost to the Bills. That's the reason that they're the 6th seed anyway. So I'm going Miami. Now it's gonna be a tough one to some aspect. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Buffalo Billies. Billy Baggers. Who do you have winning this game?
Not tough for me. I'm going Buffalo.
And
Alex,
I
boy.
am too.
Josh Allen. It's not going to be close. They're going to win 38-17. Buffalo
Jerry's got the Steelers.
Steelers.
Oh,
Woo!
okay.
Mason
I
Rudolph, boy.
I I didn't expect somebody to pick the Steelers today, but okay. I mean, hey, it's your opinion, I guess. I bet he's just saying that just because he wants like the 7 seed to actually win a playoff game, probably. But like T.J. Watt's not playing, so that's definitely going to stop Pittsburgh a lot. And Josh Allen, he's going to dump truck. He's going to dump truck all over Pittsburgh, and the Steelers are not going to have any time to recover. Give me Buffalo. Now, onto the NFC side of things. We got the Philadelphia Eagles at the Sucker Bay, at the Tampa Bay, where they're playing the Suck Yuck Buccaneers, the team that everybody thought was going to be tanking for Caleb Williams. And now they're here hosting a playoff game. Dad, who do you got in this most depressing matchup of the year? If there was an award called the depressing matchup of the week, it goes to this game. Who do you got?
I have, much as I hate to say it, and it's not who you think. I have the Philadelphia Eagles winning this game, and I hate the Eagles. But Tampa Bay just not good. I mean, they won the worst division in anybody ever seen. I mean, in the history of modern day football, no division was worse than this.
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row, and they came on top. So they are the best poop. I mean, the whole division is poop, but they the best poop. They on the top of the poop. All right, so, but that's why they lose this game. Philadelphia gonna win by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, Jerry said Eagles and F the Yucks. That's how I feel. But I'm going Eagles as well. I won't be surprised if this is a close game because like the Eagles, like they've been, oh boy, they have not played good football since they were
This
10
is
and
this
1.
is their get right game. They're gonna get right in this game here.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that. But I'm going Eagles. You know, it's ride or die at this point. But now we got the game between the Los Angeles Rams at the Detroit Lions. First ever playoff game in Ford Field. First ever matchup between Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff in different uniforms in Detroit. First ever time Matthew Stafford is playing in a playoff game against the Lions in Detroit. This matchup has all the ratings. So, who do you have winning? You're not going to like my pick, but who do you have winning?
I think we might have the same pick then. I think Matthew Stafford is going back to Detroit. Him and Puka Nakui, yeah, the my most favorite name in the NFL, Puka Nakui, or however you
That's
say
not
it.
even his name.
Puka Nakui. That boy's gonna get 2 touchdowns by himself. Rams blow out the Lions.
All right. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. Jerry got the Lions. I think that was pretty expected. But then again, he did pick the Steelers. But I'm going Rams to beat the Lions based on the fact that like Dan Campbell's a reckless coach, and playing the Rams, that ain't gonna fly. The Rams are one of the hottest team in the league right now. Will that continue? We're gonna see. The Lions have been up and down. They nearly lost the division to Nick Mullins. So, as much as I would love the Lions to carve the Rams up so I can laugh in Sean's face. I think we'll have to wait at least one more week to do that. Give me the Rams. Next, we have a game that could be an upset alert, just like every single game in the NFC so far. Green Bay mother-loving Packers at the Dallas Cowboys.
Girls.
Who we got winning?
You know, the Dallas Cowgirls have a lot of talent this year. The Dallas Cowgirls quarterback, Dak Prescott, been playing pretty good this year. Jerry says Cowgirls, but not so fast. Give me upset. Green Bay Packers. Break out the tissues.
I'm going Packers as well.
Come on now.
We've only had one game so far that we've picked differently. I'm going Green Bay as well because based on the fact Jordan Love is hot. People keep talking about Dak Prescott this, Dak Prescott that. We got to start talking about Jordan Love. This man's top 5 in touchdowns. Packers not enough to beat Dallas. Look, I somewhat agree. But hey, the Packers.
But it's Dallas. It's the playoffs. They will never let you down. Dallas in playoffs, they'll never let you down. All right.
Look, the Packers. Look, this is how I think the Cowboys season playoffs are going to go. They're either going to go 1 and done or 2 and done, or they're going to the Super Bowl because it's never the same. It's either they're going to lose as soon as they get in, or they're going to the Super Bowl. So it's going to be one or the other. I'm going Green Bay, though. We got to start talking about Jordan Love. We got to start talking about
get man some love.
We got to start talking about Christian Watson. Where Jaden Reed has been balling. And hey, y'all are forgetting to acknowledge the Packers are the fathers of the Cowgirls. They started the name Cowgirls. Now let's move on to the AFC and NFC divisional round games. So we're going to have one different matchup from each other because we picked Texans Rams differently. So let's see here. What will it? All right, so Dad. All right, so I'm going to be picking between the Houston Texans at the Buffalo Bills, while you're going to be picking between the Cleveland Browns at the Buffalo Bills. So who do you think is going to win in your bracket, Browns or Bills?
I'm going Buffalo in the snow. Buffalo Bills.
Okay. You're going Bills?
AFC Championship game.
I'm actually going to probably surprise some people. I'm going Texans to beat the Bills. Because, like, the Bills, they've been good, right? But it took for them to have a great second half to beat the Dolphins. It took them, like, the Bills, like, they're up and down. Like, the Bills, they're like the Dallas Cowgirls of the AFC at this point. Like, hey, look, if the Bills win a Super Bowl, I won't be mad at it. But I'm going Texans to win. But now, the rest of the games are going to be the same for us. Miami Dolphins at the Baltimore Ravens. Who do you have winning this ball club?
I'll see the Baltimore Ravens taking down the Miami Dolphins in a close game. Who you got?
I actually have the Dolphins. Like, the Ravens embarrassed the Dolphins before. Like, I think the Dolphins are going to want to play with some vengeance. Like, I think the Dolphins, they want to win. The Ravens also want to win. But like the Cowgirls and the Bills, the Ravens have not shown me that they can win when it matters. Ravens were the 1 seed a few years ago, lost in the first round. They got abducted by Tennessee and kept getting punched in the face and spit on and kicked for 3 hours. So I'm going Miami. I could see Baltimore winning and maybe even going to the Super Bowl, but that's just not going to be today. But now on the NFC side of things, we got the LA Rams at Philadelphia to play the Eagles. She-Eagles. Who do you have winning this ball club?
I have the LA Rams moving on to the NFC Championship game.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have the Eagles winning because screw the Rams. Okay, moving on. Next one, we got the Green Bay Packers at the San Francisco 49ers. Who do you have winning this game?
I have the 49ers moving on. NFC Championship game to face the Rams. Who
Okay.
you got?
This might be an upset. I have the Packers winning because hear me out, right? The 49ers are one of those teams that when they play competition, they have not shown me that they couldn't beat them. Like they played the Ravens and got slaughtered. So I think that they can beat the Packers. But I'm going Green Bay in this game because look, Jordan Love is not a quitter. And the 49ers, I know they're coming off of a rest, but some of their players might be a little banged up. So we got to see how that game goes. I'm going Green Bay. But now, conference championship games. I have Miami Dolphins at the Houston Texans, and you have the I got to advance yours name. And you have the Buffalo Bills at the Baltimore Ravens. Who do you think is winning between the Bills and the Ravens? Okay. Dolphins, Texans. People might say this is an upset. I'm going Texans. CJ Stroud said it before the season, and I think he's going to do it. For people who don't know what I'm talking about, before the season, after he got drafted, CJ Stroud said he was going to make the Texans a Super Bowl contender in his rookie year. People laughed at him. People said he was too stupid. Chief Sock says, "How was your day?" My day's going good. How was your day? Okay.
Going good.
Yep. But I'm going with the Texans to make the Super Bowl. Will they win it? We're about to see. But I'm going because CJ Stroud said it before the season. I think he's gonna do it. Good. Okay, good for you. But yeah, I'm going Houston to bring it home to get the banner saying that they are going to their first ever Super Bowl.
Who's that? Who you pick?
I went with Texans.
Oh, Texans. All right. The
Now
rookie.
for the NFC Championship game. I have the Green Bay Packers at the Philadelphia Eagles. You have the Los Angeles Rams at the San Fran 49ers. Who you got in the NFC West? NFC Championship.
I had this will make you happy because I have the San Francisco 49ers whooping up on your favorite team, the LA Rams, going to the Super Bowl.
All right, so Chief Suck says I have Texans. Do you also have them going to the Super Bowl? Okay, cool. But Packers, Eagles. I'm going with the Packers because the Eagles lost to the Cardinals, lost to a Drew Lock-led Seahawks. Yes, okay. And to cap it off, then they lost to a Tyrod Taylor / Tommy DeVito Giants. What is any of those quarterbacks? Y'all want to talk about the quarterbacks that we lost to? Let's talk about the quarterbacks that freaking Eagles lost to. So I like those quarterbacks are not comparable to Jordan Love. I think it's going to be a Cinderella story between the Houston Texans and Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 58. Is it 58 this year?
I think so. It doesn't matter.
Now we gotta see who's gonna win the Pro Bowl. Now I'm playing.
I got the
Let's see.
NFC flag team getting it done.
Okay. Let's see. Hold up.
You know they're playing flag football now. Huh?
Yep. Wait, did you have the Bills or the Ravens win?
I had the Bills.
All right, Bills. There we go. All right. Now, my Super Bowl in Las Vegas, Houston, Green Bay Packers, Houston Texans. And you got San Francisco 49ers, Buffalo Bills. Who do you think's winning the Super Bowl?
Whoo, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be real good. I have Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen's the Super Bowl MVP. Who do you have?
Well, CJ Stroud at the beginning of the season said he was going to make the Texans a Super Bowl contender. He's going to do more than that. He's going to win a Super Bowl in his rookie year. His rookie year, I tell you, the history has been made. Texans got one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, I tell you. As CJ Stroud walks into Vegas, does not do weird stuff, and actually leads his team to the Super Bowl over the terrible Packers defense, over Jordan Love, and the Texans get their first ever Super Bowl.
Then you woke up. You telling me that the confetti is going to come down on the head of CJ Stroud?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Who we betting?
What do you mean? What do you want to bet? What do you want to bet?
You got $100?
I could check.
No, nope. Just a handshake bet. That's all. You're not gonna win.
And you ain't gonna win either. We're both gonna be unhappy.
Buffalo Bills, boy. Bills.
Houston Texans. CJ Stroud took E. But yeah, before we sign off, we have one more thing to address, though. And I'll save the best for last.
All right.
Will the Saints be back next season, ready to perform, or will they still be sleeping? What's your prediction for that?
Huh? Sleeping.
Sleep. Yeah, probably. But yeah, that's gonna cap.
If they keep this coach, they're gonna be sleep.
Yep. Well, that's gonna cap us off. All right, that's you saw our playoff predictions. You saw our Saints recap and weird stuff like that. We're gonna sign out. We got things to do, so I'm gonna leave you all with the who dat.
Who dat?
Yes, sir.